everyone, but she does have classes super crazy for everyone, and finding a good time to meet for everyone is definitely a process. A little bit about her is that she transferred to UTD last fall, and she's a biochemistry major. She says, feel free to come up and talk to her. She's super friendly, she's super personable, and she likes just talking about anything. She also likes gardening, interesting, edible, rare things, and cooking and inventing new recipes. She also does art in her spare time. And also she wanted to start a challenge for everyone, and we'll talk about this challenge in one of our later slides. Okay, just to give you all a summary of what WinSTEM is about, WinSTEM at UTD is a service-oriented charitable organization that aims to support and recruit women to pursue STEM careers. So our goal is to help women through their STEM journey as an undergraduate and later into their graduate or their future career. And we also want to recruit women to look into STEM and give STEM a chance for maybe, their future career. We look to lead the women of tomorrow and give them their win in the STEM field, and we aim to achieve these goals through building confidence, community engagement, and opportunity guidance. So what does this all mean to you? What opportunities do we have in store for you? That's what we're going to be covering in the next few slides.
Thank you, Raluca. And so the first one we're going to look at are the conferences we're going to hold. And what these are basically conference training sessions that really help get a better clarity over certain aspects of the organization and really a clearer insight as to what the student or organization member wants to pursue further.
So we thought the best way would be kind of, you can socialize by looking at pretty pictures of us, which mostly aren't headshots as they usually would be. So we could take our annual headshot.
All right, thank you. So the first sector we really cover is the test prep. So a lot of students take the MCAT, the GRE, even the SAT, ACT courses for high school. And so those sessions are offered. Tutors will tutor over these regarding subjects to people who are interested during these conference training sessions. And the next one we have are mock interviews. And what they really are, they just go over strategies, hold mock interviews for candidates who are currently applying to graduate schools, for example, the med school, right? We need lots of practice for that. So I think these sessions are really great in really preparing the student itself as to how questions can be answered or how to guide them over a specific set of questions, such as what inspired you through the doors of medicine, or how do you see yourself in 10 years? Why are you an exceptional candidate? And what do you consider your weakness and your strength, and how can you work on these to improve? And these are just a few questions that we'll cover just to really guide the student through so they can ace their interviews. And the next sector is volunteering and shadowing. And this is really beneficial for students who are especially looking for opportunities to volunteer in the community and get a sense of shadowing a physician for med school applicants. And what we really help on are the volunteer applications, the research application forms, and if the physician requires a certain form or requirement to be fulfilled, we'll go over that. And questions such as, why do you want this position? Or what makes you more qualified than the rest of the applicants? And what do you hope to gain through this opportunity? How can you benefit from it? And diving into your research interests, volunteer interests. So that's what we're really going to cover throughout these conference training sessions. And yeah, this is really just a perspective that gives you guys a better clarity. And so here's our Google form to conduct and to appoint a conference training session. And so we are going to talk about consultations next. Yeah. So consultations, they're basically ways for the members to really provide and gain opportunities throughout this organization. And so consultations are based off of tutoring, college admissions, anything general. So we're talking about lifestyle, organizing, and so forth. And this is an opportunity for members to gain points and experience by consulting other interested students who want help in, let's say, a subject, or just better perspectives over a certain part of the organization, or just anything in general. So what they would need to do is they would need to sign up as a consultant. The members would create a confidentiality form before the meeting, so the client will really fill it out, giving assurance to the meeting as well. And it's basically a one-on-one from officers. It's a one-on-one from members to the individuals in the community. And so you are awarded a specific number of points, which we'll go over in the future slides, as to how many points you really gain from this whole consulting experience. And these consultings happen anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how available the consultant is. Yeah, I think we've covered a general idea about consultations. They're pretty useful when it comes to the consultee as well as the consultant, as you guys are guiding them through a specific portion of what they need help on, and it really teaches us as well. So yeah, thank you.
All right, and something else we plan to do as an organization is have workshops at least twice a semester. The first one right now, a tentative date is between mid-September to the end of September. And what the workshops will focus on, each one will be like for a specific cluster of majors, and it's more or less like an overview of what the next 4 years of your college will look like, as well as resources that will prepare you for your career and higher education if that's what you're pursuing. And we plan to go over things like how to write good emails, internships that would be beneficial for you, job opportunities coming up that would prepare you for your future career. And we're also trying to aim to have guest speakers that you would be able to ask questions to. So like I said, the first one will be coming up before the end of September sometime. And we're also doing volunteering opportunities. We wanted to do group volunteering opportunities, but you know, the COVID situation, it would not be responsible for us to promote group volunteering right now. So here are some virtual individual opportunities that I think were really cool. Capture is like skill-based volunteering, and a lot of the ones I saw on there were very graphic design and computer science-based projects. So if you have skills in those fields and would like to donate your time to contributing to projects, I would really recommend this one. Smithsonian is a way for you to volunteer to transcribe documents. The crisis text line is a way for you to be able to volunteer to help people who are probably at their lowest point in their lives, but it does require a 30-hour orientation, but it's a very cool opportunity. There's Translators Without Borders. If any of you guys are multilingual, I would really recommend this one, so that you would be able to help project managers who need translators. The North Texas Food Bank is looking for social media ambassadors. So if you're awesome at social media, definitely check this one out. And then the last two are two different tutoring volunteer options. One where you can serve economically disadvantaged students, and other one is a more general tutoring. And then these are the in-person volunteer opportunities that I could find. Some of them are suspended, like Texas Health Volunteering is not allowing in-person volunteers right now. Dallas Life is in very limited numbers. You would be helping with meal prep or donation sorting. North Texas Food Bank is also allowing volunteers in very limited numbers. So if you would like to be part of the mobile pantry or work in the distribution center. Ronald McDonald House, last time I checked, it was not accepting volunteers right now. But if that were to open in the future, some things you would be able to do is be a front desk volunteer, a kitchen volunteer, family activity volunteers, or van drivers. And then the Resource Center in Dallas is a place you could volunteer to serve the LGBTQ+ and HIV community. And don't worry, we'll put these slides on our website, so you'll have access to all these links. And finally, I wanted to talk to you guys about our September initiative, which is as close to group volunteering as we're going to be able to get right now. So Texas Health Presbyterian Volunteer Services is looking for a way to brighten the days of patients and staff. Hopefully none of you have had to go to a hospital recently, but if you have, you might have noticed that they're allowing very limited visitors right now. And you know, that can definitely dampen spirits. So they're asking for notes or letters of encouragement. artwork by any artist to decorate patients' rooms or nursing units. And goodie bag donations like hand sanitizers, lifesavers, candy, magazines, puzzles, adult coloring books, crayons or colored pencils, devotionals, chopsticks, packaged crackers, or snacks. And when I asked them for more details on what kind of snacks, they said to keep it very bland. Most of these are going to people coming off surgery. So like saltines, graham crackers, Ritz crackers, Fig Newtons. So please feel free to donate items or any money that we could use to purchase items if you want. We'll have donation boxes scattered throughout campus, and we'll send information on where those will be located on campus soon. One note, I would ask y'all not to pre-make the goodie bag because they're going to have to go through it and inspect it all anyway. So it would just be more convenient if they're just items that are not bundled together. And if you would like to drop off whatever you want in person, please text me at 817-995-2050 and we can arrange a time for me to meet you and pick it up, or the other way around.
Okay, so for our organization, our goal is to make it as inclusive as possible. For active membership, so this is the first type of membership, the only requirement we really have is for you to be a UTD student. So membership fees are really not necessary to be a part of this organization. So with this type of membership, you will still have access to conferences, interview, test prep, shadowing, and volunteer opportunities, and also the opportunity to apply to scholarships. So if you have not filled out the interest form over the summer, please do so at the end of the meeting. We will provide you a link, and this will just allow you to be a part of our mailing list and include you as a member.
All right, so our second type of membership is going to be Premier membership, and this will actually have a $25 fee in which you will get all the benefits that Lassia talked about in the previous slide, plus you'll get a really cool WinSTEM t-shirt, and you'll get a free 5 points to start off with on our point scheme, which we'll be talking about in the next few slides. And you'll also get an exclusive access to a scholarship that we will be giving you guys more information about in the spring.
Sorry guys, I was just speaking while I was muted, as usual. Okay, so we are going to get started with our fundraising projects, and this year, as of now, we're holding 2 GoFundMe donations. First is the COVID-19 UT Southwestern Response Fund, and what that is that all funds that you guys will be donating will be donated to the UT Southwestern COVID-19 response funds. And the response fund donation will go to research conducted by UT Southwestern to support frontline providers and patient care. And I believe that is going to, our goal for the fundraising is going to be $1,000, but it's going to be a long-term one. So hopefully we'll be able to make it to that. The second GoFundMe project that we're doing this year is the scholarship fund. Varshini will explain the requirements later, but I will go ahead and talk about the GoFundMe project for now. So we, as in WinSTEM, are offering a scholarship to women pursuing a STEM major or degree. The scholarship will be awarded based on academic performance and a desire to empower women in STEM. There's a requirement for the essay, of course. For the scholarship, you will have to write an essay, and your grades also do count in this one. So share around and don't forget to donate. Also, the scholarship amount awarded is going to be about $500. And I will hand it next to Varshini.
Thank you, Noor. And so like Noor mentioned, we do have an opportunity for scholarships coming up soon. The application opens on October 1st. And what this really is, it's a normal scholarship application, which really just goes over your academic performance, essays regarding women empowerment and your school involvement. So in this case, your transcripts, grades, GPAs would have to be submitted, but the award amount is $500. And really much requirements is to be a WinSTEM active member. You don't have to be a Premier member to take part in the scholarship. And it's really just envisioning a young woman pursuing a STEM major. And like this, there are going to be several scholarships coming out. So in the forms of an essay or community service. So if a certain member has accredited hours from the community, that would be counted. And we're thinking of a coding program competition scholarship as well, pairing with girls who STEM and let her learn and so forth. And we also have an idea for STEM scholars. And what this really is, it allows participants to compete and host seminars, and this really gives out more scholarship opportunities. It's similar to Koch Scholars, if you guys have heard of it. And this way, you guys can get more experience throughout the organization itself. And so, yeah, and now I will hand it over to Noor again.
Thank you, Varshini. So I'm sure you guys have seen a bunch of bingo boards being at UTD, and I mean, to be honest, I only saw it ever since I joined UTD. I don't think I ever saw it before that. But I was actually really surprised to find out that we can actually raise a lot of money with these bingo boards. If you're not familiar with this, don't worry. We'll be sending out information on GroupMe along with the flyer. So what it is that basically after we send the flyer on, let me see, I think on September 10th, after we send out the flyer, members will be posting those on their social media accounts, and the person who fundraises the most will be awarded. I'm keeping this surprise right now, the award, just because I'm still planning on the award. I'm not sure. I'm making a list of what all we could include in there, but I promise it will be worth it. And we'll move next to the penny drive right now. So this is the most exciting one for me. However, there's a disclaimer over here. We recently realized that there are some issues going on with the government issuing or exchanging points, so the event is a bit tentative. However, we will send out information soon on this, and I'm still working on that. I'm going to pretend that it's still a go, so I will have it start on October 1st, and it will end on the 10th. I'm sure everyone has some loose change in their house that they can donate to this, and we can probably do that. The locations we're going to send out information about where the drop-off location is going to be. Probably at some libraries and of course UTD, because since everyone is over there, if it's accessible for you. Everyone's safety is a must, so I try to make all the events, with, so that you guys don't have any human contact necessary. So this one, there won't be any necessary human contact, which is a wonderful for us. Right. So this is it for the fundraising, and I will hand it over to Nabiha.
All right, thanks, Noor. So now that we've told you guys a little bit about how you can participate in the organization, we're going to talk a little bit about how we're going to track that participation. So we're going to have a point system, which Alasia will talk about in detail on the next slide. But basically, if you participate in any of the events that we've talked about, you'll be earning certain amounts of points. And the people with the top 3 amount of points will be getting prizes. So first place will get a t-shirt, a $15 gift card to any restaurant or store of your choice. And we will be looking at points closely for officer consideration in the future. Second place will get a free t-shirt, and then third place will just get the $10 gift card. And now Lasia will be explaining that point system in detail.
Okay, so this is our point system, and as we add more opportunities or events, we will make sure to update this list, and we will be posting this on the website and create an Excel sheet so you will refer back to it and track your points. And so for attending our meeting today, all of you will get a point, and just make sure to fill out the attendance Google form. And I think Raluca just sent it to you all on the chat box. So just make sure to click on that link and fill it out, and we will make sure that you have the Excel sheet available so you can refer to it.
Alrighty, so for the website, we have a new website. It is going to be the winstem.org/UTD. The website is basically a one-stop shop for all the info regarding WinSTEM. You can find our mission statement, what events are going on, and the ways you can get involved on the site. You can also find links to the interest form, conference form, and Premier membership form. If you have any questions or need any further information regarding anything, there's also the contact tab where you can directly contact us. And lastly, you can you can also follow our social media pages, which appear in the home tab in a small blue rectangle on the right. That way you can stay up to date with any of the events that we have going on. If you weren't able to attend or anything, we'll be posting on the medias. Okay. Also, we have our current WinSTEM social media challenge. The one we have going on right now is going to be the Jenny's Mask Challenge. The goal of this challenge is to promote wearing masks and keep ourselves and others safe. All you have to do is post a picture of yourself on any of the following social media sites. It can be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and basically we are going to pull these the users' names together, and then we're just going to create a giveaway for one of the free WinSTEM masks. So it's just going to be the mask with the logo that you see in the picture here. Additionally, we are selling handmade masks as well, courtesy of Noir, and they're going to be $7 each.
All right, everyone. So here are just some forms that you may be interested in filling out. I've sent a bunch of these also to the chat. So the interest form, I think most of you have filled out the interest form, but in the case that you haven't, there's like an option on the interest form that also asks, you know, if you want to be put on our roster, and you know, it doesn't cost anything to become an active member, so you know, that's definitely an option. For Premier membership, if you're interested in filling that form out and paying the fees, there's also that link. We are taking attendance for this meeting, so that could be a free, you know, just for coming to this meeting and you want to fill it out. And we also have a link to order a mask. Noir has made these masks, you know, they're handmade all by herself, and it's really cool. So that's definitely an option if you're interested in it. Okay, so thank you so much for attending our meeting. We are so excited for this semester, and here's our contact info, our website, our email, our social media handles, and I also put my phone on there if you have any questions specifically about this organization and you wanted to reach out. We will send out a recap email where we are going to cover what we talked about today, including a link to the slides, and the slides will also be posted on our website. So does anyone have any questions for us?
What inspired y'all to start this organization? I'm so hyped for this year.
Yeah, so originally, like I mentioned, it started as a nonprofit back in March, and you know, I kind of thought about what I wish I would have had access to as a freshman. And, you know, a bunch of opportunities, you know, came to mind. And, you know, I asked some of my friends if they'd be willing to, you know, start this organization at UTD as well. And everyone was super, super excited about the prospect. And, you know, we made it happen. So I'm super excited as well. So. Does anyone have any other questions, or let me see if I can also type in the interest form link in the chat if anyone needed it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm curious, what was the inspiration behind the point system? It's pretty cool.
Well, I was just kind of thinking to other organizations I've seen from them, and they usually have a way to track participation. I didn't necessarily like the ways I've seen it done at other organizations, but I like the idea of, you know, just seeing how involved everyone is. And when we're looking, to get new officers.
I think you caught. I think
be looking at,
Hi, Raluca. I think you're getting cut. We can't seem to hear you.
yeah.
We know that Raluca doesn't have really good Wi-Fi where she is right now. She said that she might get cut off in between.
But I think additionally, like with the point system, for personally from what I've seen, if I just wanted to continue off of where Raluca was, I know other organizations that are basically STEM based or just trying to promote volunteering and stuff, they do require you to be a paying member. I just feel like we wanted to get an inclusive organization where everyone can be involved. So this way we can track your participation, because it's a really good opportunity to get involved without really having to pay for it or having anything holding you down from it. So I think the point system just helps track everything. And I think that's really where the inspiration came from, to make sure everyone was included regardless of financial status or anything.
Mm-hmm. That's neat.
Did anyone else have any other questions? Or you can send it in the chat if you don't want to turn on your mic.
I think since no one has any questions, we can wrap it up. But if y'all do end up having any questions or just any suggestions of any sorts, feel free to email us at the email, or you can just email, you can text the number on there, or we can all probably send in our phone numbers. So if you have any specific targeted questions for events or volunteering or any of that, you can contact any of us for that.
Oh, also, so sorry to just now pose a question, but can y'all post the link to the group chat in the Zoom chat so I can join?
Yeah, for sure. We'll put that in there.
Okay, perfect. So we'll get that sent in the chat. Any other questions before we go ahead and end the meeting? Okay, I think then we can go ahead and leave the meeting. Again, if you have any questions or come across any issues of any sort, feel free to go ahead and contact us, okay? And thank you for joining our meeting today.
Thank you, guys.
This
Thank
was
you.
awesome. I'm so excited for this year. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You.